Looking great and feeling good starts with what you eat from the moment you start your day. Tamara Petro, a holistic health coach and a raw cooking instructor, is here to share a recipe for homemade smoothies. Tamara, thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me back.
This is a good way to start off the new year, eating right.
Excellent. Excellent way.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about raw eating and what it's all about?
Well, this example is a perfect example of raw eating. It's something that's made with whole foods. Fruits, vegetables, some seeds actually, which are some elements of raw foods, very low processing or no processing, and also we are using all organic as well, which is another excellent aspect of eating whole raw foods.
Okay.
And the other important piece of this is that it's easily digestible because you're already breaking it down with the blender.
Okay. How long have you been eating like this?
Over a year, about a year and a half.
Really? Have you seen
High
health
raw.
differences?
Oh, yes.
Tell me.
Oh, yes. We could have a whole show about that.
Really? Okay. So
Yeah.
obviously there are benefits to doing this.
Yes. And actually when I teach classes, I talk a lot about my personal experiences. And everyone that I work with has different experiences themselves with raw foods. But everyone receives benefits from eating more raw foods in their diet, whether or not they go completely raw or just a little bit more raw.
Now, is this something you did cold turkey? Just one day you said, I'm going to eat like this?
Yes, which I do not recommend for any of my clients. I was completely insane and just decided one day I didn't want to feel any longer the way I was feeling physically, getting sick at the doctor all the time, and just decided to change my life.
To do with that? Really?
It had everything to do with it. Everything to do.
I'm interested. Tell me how to make this fabulous looking smoothie.
Super, super easy. The color may not be super appealing. I like to call it a greenish purpley color.
Okay.
And this, again, is just one type of green smoothie. There's lots of types. Some are lighter, very liquidy looking, you know, with lettuces and cucumbers. And this tends to be a darker one. And what we're going to do, first of all, for our liquids, you can either use some nice clean water, or another good option is coconut water.
Okay.
So you get the nutrients from the coconut. This happens to be packaged. You can also use fresh coconuts, which are really fun to work with. A little bit hard, but fun.
Okay.
We're going to add a little bit of coconut oil for some really good fatty acids. People, again, I've mentioned this on the show, are afraid to get fats. Things like olive oil, coconuts are very good ways, avocados, very good ways to get heart-healthy fats in our diet.
Could you cook with the coconut oil?
Yes, it's excellent to cook with.
Is it a substitute for something? Or?
You can use it for a lot of different things for cooking. It has a high cooking temperature, so it won't burn as quickly. A lot of oils tend to burn, and then that causes carcinogenic chemicals in our foods. We don't want that. It also actually is a great hair and skin moisturizer.
Yeah,
so if
really?
you have some in your house, you can scoop some in a separate jar.
Uses for coconut oil.
We love it in my house. We're also going to use some fruit, some blueberries, and again, because I like to use organic, I couldn't find fresh organic at the market I usually go to, so I found frozen. Frozen is your second next best choice if you can't get fresh veggies at that time in season. It's not as fresh, but it's okay. Bananas, some kale, and for this recipe you can use any kind of kale you want. This tends to be a different kind of kale. There's also purple kale, some curly kales. It doesn't matter because we're just going to blend it. I've already peeled the orange and took out as much of the pith as I could so it's not as bitter. You're actually going to use the whole orange right in there. And these are some options of things to add, and the recipe will be on the website. A knob of ginger. I love ginger. I think it's medicinally, it's got some great qualities.
You don't have to grate it. You could throw that in.
Just throw it right in. And again, it's organic, so I'm not worrying about the skin, you know, having pesticides or anything on it. Flax seeds, if your body can handle them. Some people can and can't for medical reasons. Chia seeds, which is an awesome superfood for 2013.
I've never heard of a chia seed.
You probably heard of the chia pet.
I have, actually.
Which gave it a funny name in the 80s, yeah, but it actually has, again, some great qualities. Both of these are loaded with omega-3 fatty acids. Again, the good heart-healthy, brain, skin-healthy fatty acids that we want. They also have, chia has calcium, vitamin B, iron, magnesium. I mean, I could go on and on and on. But what I've done is actually ground them both together. So that's an option that you can put them in your smoothie. If you wanted a little taste of chocolate, you can throw in some chocolate powder. Whatever you have in your kitchen that you prefer. Also, some of these things are very warming because it's a cool drink. A lot of people that I talk to, you know, want to do a cleanse, especially for the new year, but they don't want anything cold for the winter. So I say throw in some warming things like ginger. You can use a dash of cayenne or a dash of cinnamon. Also, some superfoods like maca powder, which is another.
I've never heard of that either. Tamara.
Superfood that raw foodists usually have as a staple, and this sounds a little bit bizarre, but hear me out. Dulse flakes. It's actually a seaweed, a sea vegetable.
Okay.
And it adds a lot of nutrients as well, and this can go in so many different foods, but again, it's another way to get your fruits and veggies in the morning.
So when are we going to eat a meal replacement, a snack?
Best time to drink a smoothie or juice, fresh juice, is in the morning, because when you're sleeping, you're really fasting as well. So when you think about it, the first thing you do when you wake up usually is eat.
Sure.
The best time to get this in, because again, it's broken down with a blender, it's easily digestible, absorbable, your body's ready for the nutrients, and it's not going to hit it like a ton of bricks, like if we had pancakes, bacon, and eggs, and be a shock to our system. So first thing in the morning, and if you could drink 1 or 2 of these in the morning when you first wake up, all the way through maybe like 10, 11 o'clock, and then have a light snack, and then move into your lunch later in the day. Some people, when they're doing cleanses with me, also choose to do smoothies and juices throughout the day and do a cleanse that way. And it's
Could I take a little sip here?
Please, help yourself.
Well, it certainly does taste better than it looks.
Good.
It's fruity, it's delicious, and we'll have the recipe over at WTNH.com. Tamara, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Up next, local musician John Chambriello performs Standing With You, a song dedicated to the entire Newtown community. We'll be right back.